back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I am the harbinger of the Deer Storm, Jubidu.
And I'm the guy who's gonna save Ruby at all costs, Sobroni.
Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. Not your waifu, because she's gonna lose to your much more entertaining sister in the student
Yeah.
council election.
We stand Yuki. How you doing, Drew?
I'm okay, bro. Allergies fucking suck, bro. Like, I feel it's so crazy how it's like almost always as soon as it hits like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I just feel like this unnatural tiredness. Like, I feel like I'm like, this is what I assume old people feel like in their day to day when just like, oh, 8:30, 9 o'clock, oh, time starts settling for bed. Like, we go back to 5 o'clock in the morning for no reason. Like, that's what I feel like. I'm so whoa. I feel a little bit now. I took like a brief uh siesta, as the kids would say, and I feel a much better. Yeah, I was tired as fuck once I was done watching anime. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. My team won, which means I'm in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm ready to record.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah.
Talk some anime.
I was like, you asked me how I was doing. I was like, oh my god, it must be opposite day up in this bitch.
This is a day where the Eagles actually win a game, also known as opposite day.
All right, so let's get into the show without any further ado. We're going to start, as always, with our news segment this week in anime. I'll go first. So one of the cool things of being on the press, I guess being on press for anime and NYC, they like put us in like rotation for a bunch of like press shit for like a couple of months. And yeah, I just was randomly scrolling through our emails like I should do much more often, but that aside, we got a press release from Netflix. For all you who probably know, Netflix has released a bunch of trailers, made a bunch of announcements, which I don't think they had much choice to do after their shit got leaked. So, so they're like, "Hey, here's all the shit's coming out." Um, I didn't pay too much attention to the leaks myself, so I would say most of this I knew, but then there's a few things I didn't know. For example, the Dragon Prince coming out. Okay, that's not really anime. That's just a series I like. It's pretty kid friendly without being too kid friendly. Nice series. Devil May Cry is coming out next year. Uh,
I thought it was already a Devil May Cry anime and it was horrible.
Possibly, but this is a new one.
Yeah.
The new one and it's coming out in April 2025. Everyone's favorite Castlevania Nocturne Season 2 came out in January 2025. The trailer, I think a short trailer was released for that. Very cool. Arcane is coming out November,
which I'm most excited
for.
That's
what most people are excited for. Magic the Gathering, it seems to be in production. You know,
I don't know how to feel about that one. So.
Me neither, because I'm just like, it can either go two ways. One way, it's going to be like generic, oh my god, we're playing Magic the Gathering, and it's gonna suck. Or the cool way, which I know they're not gonna do, is like, hey, we're actually going to explore the lore of Magic.
No, that makes too much sense. They're
Right.
not going to do
Yeah,
that.
no, that makes way too much sense.
Why would they use the lore that they've spent 30 years building to make a series out of it? That's
No,
dumb.
we're just gonna play the
No.
card game. We're just gonna play a
We're just going
card
to play the
game,
card
and you're
game.
gonna die to mono red. The end.
Imagine it is like a shonen card game, and the protagonist just uses mono red.
Oh god, shoot myself. Yeah. Jesus.
It's like Yugi running a mono red deck. It's like a bunch of goblins.
But yeah, they didn't really give us any assets for that, which was kind of disappointing. They have Sakamoto Days coming to Netflix.
Yeah, people are excited for that.
Yeah, this is the first time it's been done. This is like the first anime, like not just they're uploading the series to Netflix, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's original. I don't follow the Sakamoto Days crowd.
Okay. Anime. First episode, Days official teaser trailer. Damn, they were teasing it since 2024. Ah.
I mean, it is 2024.
Oh, why do I think it was 2025?
Damn, Drew. You sure you feeling?
You see what I mean? That is what allergy brain is doing to me. Oh yeah, so it was earlier this year. Like since May. Okay, that's fine. One that I'm specifically looking forward to is they're doing like an animated series of the Tomb Raider series. Like the newer ones from like 2013, like the latest batch of
that's interesting.
Tomb Raider games. I'm super excited for that. Can't wait to see my baby daddy Jonah with Lauren Croft to steal some shit that don't belong to her. So I know that's gonna be really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. And it's actually coming to Netflix very soon. It's releasing on October 10th.
Nice. That is very soon, less than a month.
Exactly. So I'm super excited for that. And yeah, that's pretty much the skinny of it, or at least the specifics they gave for those series. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. So I know a lot of these were just released like into the public in general, but in case you didn't know, now you know. Yeah.
All right. So I also have an announcement, sort of. Well, no, it's not sort of. It is a new announcement for a movie. Kyoto Animation has revealed a Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid movie called A Lonely Dragon Wants to Be Loved. It will be releasing in 2025, tentatively. They released like a mini teaser trailer, and it looks like it's going to be starring Kana, much to my delight, my favorite Dragon Maid girl. It does look a bit sad. Like the poster is like her walking away, saying goodbye, and it's like a tear on the dragon's eye, like crying. So I have a feeling this is gonna be less haha funny and more like emotional damage, Violet Evergarden Clannad style Kill Annie. So not too happy about that because I probably will cry. But I'm always happy for more Dragon Maid, and I'm especially happy for more Kana centered Dragon Maid. So I'm very much looking forward to this movie. If they release it in the US, I am 100% going.
That was gonna be a question.
Say here, buy those tickets now. We're going. I will wear my Kana shirt. We're gone.
That's sweet. Kana's always been a sweet spot or the soft spot in a lot of people's hearts regarding Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So I'm also excited. Not to go watch this in theaters, but definitely watch it when it comes out.
When it comes out. I think he only announced other stuff too. Like I think there's a new series by the guy who did Nichijou. which is interesting. I don't know if that's getting an anime, but it seems like a resurgence of KyoAni, which I'm loving. We need more KyoAni in our lives.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see them get more stuff out. Maybe, dare I say, a new Lucky Star or Haruhi in the works one day,
Wow. Oh my
perhaps.
god.
K-On,
That
anyone?
is. Wow. Oni, you're supposed to say the jokes for when we actually review the
you,
shows.
you know, there's a whole manga series of Lucky Star where they're in college, right? Why can't we get that?
Oh, great. So we can talk about how Claire tastes in college? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Well, now that we're done with our news, it's time for our weekly reviews, and we are going to start off with uh Oshinoko season 2, episode 11. Um, this was a date
Is this
episode,
your episode of the week?
huh?
Is this your episode of the week?
It's like almost. It's like so close because I really like. It was so nice to just see Aqua just happy. It's such a shame we only got that for like an episode and a half, and now it's going to be horribly ruined.
Well, it was my episode of the week, I think. I don't think there was any. Yeah, that was my episode of the week. And you know why?
Yes, I know, because Kana finally got her date.
Yes, Kana finally got her date. Not only did Kana finally get the date she deserved, but we got the slap down of Akane, the burning of her dreams and romantic aspirations, which I am happy about. As much as I love Akane, I'm glad Kana is confirmed. Romantic interest.
That's some heavy copium, but all right.
It's not heavy.
First of all, the impromptu date, like they just bought a suitcase. That's like the most undate. That's like the most undate thing.
Did you miss the rest of the episode where he literally made reservations at a steakhouse for her?
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
But what makes me say it's over for Akane more so than the date,
obviously not,
is just that when when Aqua confronted her.
Yeah, Aqua's like,
and then she herself, she was like, do I love you? I don't know.
Right.
So, I don't think it's just over from Aqua's perspective of not loving her. I also think that Akane herself just never really had a romantic interest. She thought she did.
I think it's over for now.
I think it's over.
I don't know about that one. I think that's also copium.
And also, I like that Akane isn't like. Part of me wants me to not have Akane as romantic interest, not only because obviously I love Kana more, but because I think Akane's character would be better if she wasn't just like, ooh, I'm a romantic rival to Kana. Like, she's such a good character in her own right. I actually would love her a lot more if she was just like a sidekick to Aqua and helped him along his revenge path, kind of like what the story's setting up.
I think that might be what happen. But once he gets back on this war path, it's over for Kana, right? I need you to like realize that.
Yeah, well, yes, then she's gonna sing it backseat, and it's gonna be Akane's show all over again. But at least I don't have to worry about once he's done with his war path.
Once it's done with this, you mean AK? Once he killed his dad?
Yes.
Girl, once he kills his dad, he's going to prison.
Not if he's smart enough to cover. That's what Akane's for. All right, she's the Alfred to his Batman. She's got his back. She will cover that shit up.
No, it's definitely giving. If they do a murder together, it's definitely giving trauma bonding to the point where we get married.
No, it's definitely giving Akane.
Kana
shoots him and takes the rap.
Kana cannot. There's no way Kana can intraway in between, like, a potential romance from
they're not romantically interested in each other.
Plot.
They're not romantically interested in each other. Their shared murder plot would just be like, we are really just like good allies.
I think you're only saying that for
Like they
now.
have I think they'll have a strong relationship, just not a romantic relationship.
Okay. I mean, I could see that. Like, I don't think it's totally wrong. I'm just thinking, kind of, yeah. Once he goes back on this, it's like it's also a wrap for Kana, in my
No,
opinion.
I also feel like Kana at some point her role will evolve because obviously we're getting into the I don't want to say end game, but we're getting into the actual plot of the murder
We're getting
mystery
into
stuff.
the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, so I think Kana is gonna have some kind of role in this, whether it be. I don't think she's gonna be like the Akane where she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help Aqua by investigating and stuff." I think she's gonna have some role though.
Mm.
I'm just not sure what.
Meaning the actual murder plot.
In helping Aqua and some like maybe Aqua's just gonna use her like to get close.
Right, I
Maybe
don't think she's
like
gonna. I don't
his
think she's gonna
dad
be
is
on
someone
board the
that
way Akane is.
no, I think that it's gonna be something like maybe his dad is someone that Kana just happens to know, and then he's gonna like use Kana to get closer to him, something like that. Like they're not just gonna be like, "All right, Kana, go fucking kick rocks for the next 40 episodes."
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna do something.
Mm. Yeah, it's called being an idol. That's what she's gonna
Or yeah,
do.
or she just gets completely involved in Ruby's storyline. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. First of all, the way I'm just like, why break? I'm like, well, yeah. Why would you drag her to a vacation to break up with her? That's so.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's so stupid. Don't ever do that. Like,
let's go to the Bahamas. Also, I'm breaking up with you.
like, I. Yeah, no. Like that's silly. The only time you should make someone travel, break up with them, is to literally like to do it in their face.
Also, that ruins the vacation. It's a giant waste
Yeah.
of money. It ruins the vacation. Like what?
Yeah. I was like, please don't drag her. Just for that. Um
I'm glad Akane was also like that. Listen, if you're gonna break up with me, just fucking do it right now.
Oh yeah, and basically it's the way it's the way in less than one episode the anime basically just confirmed what I guessed because it was just right there.
What about the parentage?
Yeah, like where Akane's like, there's a clear loophole. And I'm just I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like how she realized it right away. It was like, oh, I gotta bounce.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I didn't take it like a step further. Like I kind of just stopped at the whole. That's not his dad. And then I was just like, oh yeah, the whole affair did happen. It just he's not the one who had the affair. So so yeah, I'm like, so that explains that. And then oh my god, and the father visiting the grave. I was like, was not ready for that. Ooh.
Also, the father was really young looking.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for him to be so young looking either.
Which makes me think maybe it was someone who was Ai's age. Like we just assumed it was like a producer or something that she slept with.
Yeah.
But it could have just been someone that was like literally an actor with her or something, like her age or in school with her.
Yeah, well. Oh yeah, and the fact that he looks kind of just like Aqua. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. I mean,
I'm surprised Ruby didn't notice that. Like, oh, who's this really handsome-looking guy who looks just like my brother walking up to me in a trench coat?
that. So someone else mentioned that during the live watch, and we were like, obviously they do the whole anime. If you have all the anime shade and hair combo, you're basically Harry Potter with the invisibility cloak on.
Yeah, you're like completely invisible.
Like if you're like, I don't know who you are. Like who are you? Basically, you're just Mystique from the X-Men.
Yeah, dude was walking in like fucking what's his name from Demon Slayer season 3. Thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, that date with Kana was oh just so cute. And she
Yeah,
was
and
oh
everybody thought
yo,
was
she was
Kana's best
reeking
girl.
copium. She was looking for love
Oh,
everywhere, and it made me so sad because I'm like,
she was
oh
like, he picked white because it's the color of my glow stick.
right. I was
Oh.
like, bitch, what? She looked at the latte art and was like, "Oh my god, did he do this on purpose?" I'm like,
Did
"Bitch,
he get the heart
no."
on purpose because he wants? I was gonna say it jokingly, but I was like, did he get the heart on purpose because he wants to fuck me? And then her thought literally was, did he get a taxi because he wants to fuck me?
Exactly. And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure he's either gonna go to karaoke or taking you home.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. Um. Oh, shout out to the Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah, they went to Fogo de Chao.
Orion was noticeably upset by that. He
Why?
said this looked, and I quote, like the saddest Brazilian steakhouse ever.
I didn't want to say anything because it's like it does though. Like literally, all they had was like 3 little slices of steak. I'm like,
That's probably because they just started off on that. Like they're not gonna do like a real depiction where it's like 50 cuts of meat on your plate and you're like
they
sweat and you're having
should.
and you're getting the fucking
They
meat
should.
sweats. Like that's not. There's nothing cute about that.
I want to see them bloated and groaning while they have a full plate of fucking meat in front of them. I mean, like, and then the server, like, they're trying to have a conversation, and then, like, the server walks up with more meat and slices it on their plate.
Against their will.
Against their will, and they're just like, no, please, no, no mas.
Too bad. You have to finish it or pay $20. Like
Yeah.
oh, for them. Well, that didn't happen. They got their little 3 slices of meat.
Mm.
3 slices of meat
Well,
and no sex.
for Kana.
Hotels.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Kana. You didn't get any aqua meat. That wasn't on the menu.
Yeah. Gross. All right. Up next we have Feelings in Russian, episode 12, which I think is going to be my episode of the week.
Really? Oh man, maybe you're right. Maybe we will argue about this episode.
Um. Hmm. No, I'll split it with Oshinoko. I'll split it with Oshinoko. Um, cause there are some there were some. It's weird. It's like my episode of the week. It's just cause like I'm like cause ultimately they did the thing they had to do to kind of like come out like quote win this round against Yuki.
Mm.
Um, but I feel like Yuki was kind of soft this episode. No, is it just me?
Yeah, I think she was soft because she was like overthinking it and just being like, "Oh, I have to be super just strategic and cautious about my brother and
Yeah.
what he's
Oh,
trying to
oh,
pull."
and that's one of the things I like. The way like Jose really was like talking his shit to her. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one part of the episode I was like, "Oh, that was fucking great."
yeah, that was pretty cool. And like you can see it on her face, like she's actually intimidated.
Yeah, they both made evil eyes at each other.
Yeah.
That was like the first time I've seen them get serious too in the show.
And then of course all she was like, oh, oh, don't worry about X, Y, and Z. Oh, you're so paranoid. I'm like, bitch, you drugged your brother.
I just drugged you. Why are you so
Right.
paranoid?
I was like, excuse me. And yeah, I guess maybe it did mess her up because her speech was like very mid. I was like kind of surprised.
I mean, it was like a pure political speech. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if I gave you all the things you ever wanted? Vote for me.
I
Bye.
know I expected more from someone like of Yuki's caliber. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I expect from like I don't know. Maybe I would expect that from Alia earlier in the season.
We'll see her go full Trump in season
Oh
two.
God.
The Russians, they're eating dogs, they're eating cats.
But I think I like in this episode, Alia was like Alia actually had like growth this episode.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't go from like 0 to like I'm a bad bitch, but you know it, and it was a little cringe,
Mm-hmm.
but it was better than literally her in every other episode. Like I mean, for like just like the start of it, where she just like speaks Russian and just tries that
Yeah,
joke.
that
She's
was
like, "Oh, I got so nervous. I spoke in Russian," and I was just like, "Oh my god, girl."
Listen, I'll say this. Yuki's speech was bland, but both of their speeches were kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
I prefer I like Alia's. I like Alia's speech.
Like the beginning
The
part
beginning
of
of
it
part,
was very
yes, the when
cringe.
she was
Yeah.
speaking Russian, that was cringe. Yuki's was just like very mid, very boring, but yeah, but at least Alia's had substance, like that's some to it. You know, kind of just really building up on kind of how she was this whole season. She was just like, yeah, I'm kind of a fuck up now, but like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work hard and get better. So that by the time election time comes, which I'm forgetting, like yeah, this is like the end of summer, and they don't start their next school year until like the beginning of winter, or just during winter, right? Or is it like spring they start?
Uh, was it summer break that they're going on, or was it spring break or winter
They're
break?
going on summer break now.
So then they should be back by like fall, I guess.
Yeah, but the new school year normally,
It starts in spring for
yeah,
them.
starts in spring. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the episode was fine. My only issue was basically it was too dedicated to the speeches, and I'm just like, ugh. Like I get that they had
I mean
to
that
give it
was
because
literally like
that's
yeah,
their
that literally
focus.
was the finale.
But it just made the episode a bit too dry for me because
Mm.
other than that little part in the beginning where they were like going back and forth with each other, it was just like, oh, we're just watching 4 consecutive speech. Like I felt like I was in a fucking gym at school, being like, oh great, I listened to 4 fucking speeches in
Yeah.
this assembly.
Well,
Yeah, it's just a stage for next season. So
yeah, that whole little thing at the surprise where they're like, yeah, and I'm having these two back me up, or they're gonna be part of my student council. Meanwhile, once they're done, the homegirl's like, I'm actually not gonna help you at all. And then she's like, that's fine.
Mm.
Yeah, I liked it. It had like I don't know. It was my episode of the week because Aya like is no longer just some baby back bitch. Like
Yeah, understandable.
they finally gave me what I just needed from her.
I'm sure season 2 will get more like development from Alia as well.
Yeah.
I just hope this doesn't take the. I've been forever traumatized by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing. I literally just thought the same thing.
I'm like, oh no, a great first season with an amazing cast of characters. I sure hope they don't go the Oregairu route and make season 2 just like all drama, boring bullshit.
And then out of nowhere, like a grown ass person, it like decides to interject into the lives of teenagers for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
God, awful writing. Like literally, just make a series about college students. For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Oh my god, Oregairu would be so much better if it was college students.
So much
Holy
better.
But yes, I trust that this show will keep the same energy of the characters and not go over the top. So
Same.
I enjoyed this. I think overall this was a good season.
All right. I guess let's rate it. I only actually you go first. I feel like I always go first.
Yeah, you always go first. I was gonna say I'll go first. I'm gonna give it 8.5. I think it was really, really solid. I think it had like flavors of the first season of Oregairu and a lot of those old school kind of like I don't want to call it a harem. It's not a harem, but it's like those rom-com high school anime where it's like a little bit of drama, but a lot of comedy and the characters are really good. I love all the characters. There's not even a single character I dislike in the show. I think the dialogue is really well written and witty, and the characters have really good banter with each other. Comedy's on point. The animation is really good. There was no like blips in the animation quality or anything like that. It has just enough fan service for it to be like etchy, light etchy, but appreciated. It's really good. I just enjoyed it overall. It's a really solid show. Really solid rom com.
Um, yeah, I think I think I agree. I think, I want to give it. I'm struggling between 8 and 8.5.
Mm.
Um, because well, I'm glad Alia finally had the growth. It was a little painful watching her stumble for like 11 whole episodes.
Mm.
Um, that whole small arc with the debate with Homegirl with the glasses,
Mm.
that was, that was very much like, oh my god, forced drama moment out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was probably the one blip I think
Yeah.
where that's where I felt a little origami. She's like,
Yes.
oh, here's random drama
For
for no
no reason,
reason,
exactly.
and the characters are just acting dumb for whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I'll still keep it with agree with you and keep it 8.5 only because besides those two things and everything else you
Mm.
said, Yuki kind of hard carried the show.
Oh yeah,
And
that's the other thing. Gave us like one of the best girls of the year
yeah,
in Yuki.
yes, yes. Oh my god, I literally would tell people just watch it for the sister.
Oh my god, the way this would have actually probably been a 6 if it was a 7 or a 6 or a 7 if it not for Yuki adds a lot to the
Yes,
points.
yes. She literally does carry like at least a point or if not two
Mm-hmm.
to the score. Um, yeah, it was very enjoyable to watch. I love the designs of the characters. I like the characters themselves. Um, like you said, it looked very pretty. A very fun dialogue. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very solid overall. Also the first name scene was super cute.
Oh yeah, that was a cute scene.
Where they were just calling each other by his first names and they were too shy to look at each other. I'm like, I love that Kuze isn't just like a total flat out like super perv or something like that. Like he
Mm-hmm.
actually has like that good old Japanese modesty about him as well.
Yeah, because he's like really interesting main character because he's not too pervy
Mm-hmm.
and annoying, but he's still relatable because he's awkward in some senses, but then he's also really smart and interesting. Like he's a really good main character.
Yeah, yeah. Kuze is really like he's a really solid main character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he's somebody I actually want to root for.
exactly. Yeah, no, I would. I would even go as far as to say even the main character for Ardegaido, even from season one, was not as good as
Mm-hmm.
Kuze.
Oh no, yeah, Kuze is really good.
Kuze. Yeah, it's literally just like Kuze and Yuki kind of carrying the show.
The Kuze and Yuki show featuring everyone else.
Featuring everyone else. Yeah. Good, good. Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next, we have Power of God, Season 2, Episode 12. Um, oh my god, we finally kind of see Rock. The first time this whole season.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, no, that turtle can't be dead. And that was it. And I think this episode was just like the establishment of how the workshop battle is going to happen essentially.
Yeah, basically established everyone's motivations for it.
The motivations and the little teams themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The guy finally basically just tells the truth to Kun. Like she's like, "Yeah, girl,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Bam is like that. That is Bam. Viole is Bam." And then she gives him an interesting He's in an interesting predicament. Um, which once again, one of the things I like about Tower of God is this is one of those moments where you see how even even within Bug, there are factions who are fighting over like Bam's fate
Yeah,
in different ways.
is infighting.
Um, so much so that the guide, who is also part of Bug, is like, yeah, we want to like we don't want his life to be totally miserable. So if basically like if you team up with Bam's old team or Bam's new team, I guess you team up
Hmm.
with Bam's new team and and beat the Fug team that just happens to have Bam on it, then yeah, y'all can have Bam and
Hmm.
and just kind of go from there. But then it gets complicated because Bam is on the other team with Kun's former teammates, not by choice because it's like it's either you team up with us or they're just gonna kill you.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think. I'm like, can Cosmo kill them? I'm like, I'm not 100% sure. Cosmo is strong as fuck. So yeah, so not Ron. So Bam is doing what he can to keep everyone alive, essentially.
Yeah,
Um,
playing all the sides to keep everyone breathing.
exactly. So now we have like this very interesting team fight with interesting conditions. So it's like ooh,
Mm. We also got the aftermath of Rachel's stabbing spree,
oh yes,
which, in a way, killing him was, or just busting up his legs is kind of worse than killing him.
yep,
I feel like it's
yep,
more. I'm like, damn, Rachel, you went a step
yep.
beyond just being a bitch to super bitch.
Yeah, she said,
Like,
I'm gonna leave you alive. I'm gonna leave you without
but
your
like
legs."
without your legs, which are like your greatest power and
Yeah, which is
pride,
the
like, yeah,
irony
fuck you.
because this entire time Rachel was pretending like she couldn't walk.
Yeah, then like, ha, bitch, now you can't
Now,
walk.
yeah, now you literally can't walk.
Hmm.
So I'm like, yay, Speedy lives.
Hmm.
Oh,
I like how he's like, we're gonna join the battle, and I'm like, all right, but like, how are you exactly gonna
I
help?
don't think he is. I think he's just gonna be there for moral
Are you
support.
like, are you this moral support? Because you
It's
kind
giving
of.
moral support.
Mm.
I think I don't know. I guess I really don't remember anything.
Mm.
Um, Also, I love how when they went to go find Bam's I guess his talking device. I forget what they call it. They literally blew up the whole thing, and I was like, "Girl, what Bam was under? Like, I was like, that explosion could have killed Kun."
Mm.
I was like, was blowing it all up? Like, really? Was that? And I think I remember me having that reaction the first time he did it when I read it. I was like, "Girl, what?"
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to the next episode, which should be the last episode.
Yeah, the finale.
Um, I'm sorry. Every time I look at the Tower of God poster
It
from,
never shows.
excuse me.
It doesn't show many episodes, does
No,
it?
no, no,
Does it
no,
show
no.
for you?
I wasn't referring to that. I was referring to like
Oh.
just a picture of Bam and Wagnan, and it's like,
Mm.
yeah. Why does it look like a Baishon anime?
Oh yeah, it
Like
does.
they look so like I don't know why this picture they look like unnecessarily pretty in this.
Yeah, if I didn't know if this was Tower of God, I would just assume it's about shonen anime.
Right. I don't know. That just always makes me like laugh to myself. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to next week, which I don't think they're. I think they're like the last episode is gonna be like we're at the workshop battle and then we're done. With
So see until 2028.
right. Oh, I hope that's not the case. I really hope. Because if the workshop battle is what I think it is,
mm-hmm.
like that's something we really want to see for next season.
Yeah, maybe we'll be surprised and have it already in development.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, that was it for our God. Up next we have Nokotan episode 12.
Yes, the finale. Oh, I'm splitting this and Oshinoko
Oh,
with my episode of the
oh,
weeks.
okay. Um, I'm like, where do I even begin?
This was the height of absurdity. They saved it for the last episode.
Yeah, it's just really peak stupid.
This was peak stupid. Ugh. So first off, they abandoned the entire plot point, which I feel bad for even gassing myself up about as a plot point because they were just literally like, "Oh, fuck that! This is the finale. We're not doing that. We're changing course."
Yeah, and they were just like, for like they were just like, we don't have a fourth wall anymore. We're just gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
about the anime as if we like as if we're just all in on it. Like,
Yeah, or like anime finale. Anime finale. We gotta do the anime finale tropes,
right, like
which they kind
mhm.
of did. This was a very meta episode.
Exactly. They're like, wait, why am I a host? And then the narrator's like, it's the final. Hey, it's a season finale. Everyone's got to pitch in.
Yeah, everyone's gotta make a cameo appearance for the finale, and then they're doing like tragic backstory for Shikinoko. Like, oh, we gotta give her backstory because of the finale. We have to have the tragic backstory that like inspires her training in her shonen arc.
Yeah, the train montage was pretty
The
funny.
song was great.
Um, I love how all the how Noko lost every
Yeah, she literally lost
literally
every
lost
fight.
every competition. Was hilarious. She was like, "I'm a great dancer." Immediately gets eaten up by Hyun. Immediately
mm-hmm.
loses so much so that Koshi had to intervene. And
Mm-hmm.
Koshi did the damn thing, the dance moves. I was like, okay, Koshi. Of course,
Also,
she just intervened because she was like, "Oh, you have to pay the money back." Which, by the way, does not happen. Like that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
Your club is disbanded. You owe us all the money back.
That's not how clubs work at all.
That's not how budgets work.
Not at all. Mm-mm.
uh, Also, all those mascots were real mascots. I looked it up. They
Really?
were actually
Wow.
celebrity appearances. It's just that we don't live in Japan, so they mean nothing to us.
Oh, that's really cool.
I guess the American equivalent would be like if the last episode of Teen Titans had like fucking Captain Crunch and Lucky Charms,
Or
Lucky, and
Ellie the elephant.
yeah,
I'm surprised you know who Ellie the elephant is.
isn't that the? It's also a cereal mascot, right?
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
It's a mascot. She's a mascot for the WNBA.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. No, she's quickly. It's like she's quickly getting super popular because whichever I assume gay man is in underneath that costume,
Mm.
he is like she has like a whole persona. Like I'm almost convinced that some people go watch these games just for her and like her halftime shows.
It's like dancing and stuff.
Yes, and she can really dance. And like it's gotten to the point where like now she would make like references to like like Beyonce. She comes out with like she was just like an elephant at first. Now she comes out with like hair extensions. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she Ellie has like a whole life of her own now. So yeah, if Ellie was like on an episode of a TV show, I'd lose my shit. um, but yeah, and then the last quote unquote fight where she literally just was like, I'm just gonna cheat. Like I tried playing fair, he's gonna beat me, so let me just turn into a helicopter and start throwing
the
antler
fore
bombs.
the foreshadowing from episode 1.
Oh yeah.
That's how she got stuck in the power line in the
I was
first
like, yeah, she
place.
come full circle. And then she just bombs everybody. And
I love
mm-hmm.
I love that the bomb that she threw to the other
You know,
student
turned it
council
was just a
was just a
banana.
banana.
She was like, "Yay!" I was like, "Oh, that actually made me happy."
Hmm.
And then Sentinel beats her ass, and she's just like, "I tried my best, and so we both win." And then
Yeah, all that matters is I tried my best. So really, we're both
and
winners.
then he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay with that." And Sentinel's like, "Yeah, I'm okay with that too."
Hmm.
And yeah, that is literally how the series ends. Um, yeah, there's some real stupid shit.
Yeah, this was like simultaneously really all over the place, absurd and stupid, but also brings everything full circle. And now it's like, well, nothing really happened. Like we're just back where we started at
Yup.
since episode 1, which is kind of perfect. So,
Very, very Nokotan.
hmm,
All right. What am I gonna rate this? What am I gonna rate?
this is a hard show to rate.
This is because like
This is a very like very niche
niche,
show
and
that
I
not
feel like it's like
everybody.
very subjective.
Yeah.
Um, I'm. Mm, I think I'm going to give it. Hmm. I think I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
Um, like it's funny, right? Like it is
Hmm.
funny. I enjoy it. Um, I will say there were a lot of episodes where it was like there's just one part that was really funny, and then the rest of the episode was like,
Yeah.
meh.
Even in this episode, the middle contest was pretty
I was
meh.
gonna say, yeah, this finale, despite everything we just said about the finale, meh. Like, Loki, the whole episode, meh. To me,
Hmm.
it wasn't like it wasn't like the best out of all the episodes. This is not the best one, which
I'd agree with that.
given it's
I
the
did. I
season
did like
finale.
the last third of it though. It was really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With just bombs everywhere. Yeah, 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 for sure. Um, also they had some plot points where I think this was like they're so unserious. The show is so unserious that even when there's like really fun premises that they can actually expound upon and actually have really funny moments, they're just
Mm.
like, nah, that was just for like 5 seconds, and we're just gonna move on to
Yeah,
something
I feel like
else.
that's
And yes, you
that's
know
definitely a
exactly what I'm
big
talking
flaw.
about. I am talking about the dare competition. I'm still upset about that.
Hmm.
Still upset about that.
They referenced it this episode.
They did, and I appreciate that, but it's not the episode I want.
Yeah.
I wanted the dare competition.
This episode can be a bit too, or the show is a bit too random for its own good sometimes.
Yeah, and it's like if you're gonna be random, then it's like it always has to hit. Like that's the thing. It's not for me. It's not always like a consistent knee slapper.
Mm.
Sometimes it's just like, oh my god, random shit's happening. Like, no, maybe like a light chuckle, and that's it. So yeah, that's why I give it a 7.
That's fair. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I think that pretty much agree with you across the board on all this stuff. If this is not like, first off, this is not a show for everyone. This is like a show for like 5% of the anime fandom, and then the other 95% is gonna be like, I don't fucking get it. But I'm part of that 5%, so I'm biased. But I do feel like it's not, if you're gonna do like these random comedies where it's just like ooh so random, you need to fully commit to it and just be as absurd as possible. And as absurd as the show was, I feel like it didn't go all the way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it stayed too true to the Deer premise, which is fine because it's like the Deer show. But for like, if you really want to go out there and go crazy with it, like stuff like do the whole Deer Collay competition would have been hilarious as an episode. My gold standard for these types of shows is still Panty Pony Dash because I feel like that does random comedy the best. And when it comes to these types of shows, I think it needs to produce like a laugh out loud consistently. Like there needs to be at least one laugh out loud moment per episode. It can't be like a slice of life where it's just like, huh, that's cute. A slice of life couldn't just be like, huh, that's cute, and you can get by on that. Like K-On! Is not laugh out loud funny, but it's cute consistently.
Mm-hmm.
This show needed to be laugh out loud funny, and it's not always laugh out loud funny. So there's some hit or misses, but I like the cast. I like Noko. It was very viral with the dance and everything. I'll watch a season 2 if it ever comes out.
Yeah,
I think overall it's pretty decent.
Yeah,
and we need more of these types of comedies, these random absurd comedies in anime.
Agree. All right, for the last show of the no, I am forgetting one. Oh, My Hero Academia, season 7, episode 18. Speaking of things that, speaking of looping back to the start, like seeing the ooze monster was not my bingo card for this episode. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Literally from episode 1.
Again, going back to like Koshi, what Noko-tan did. It was the finale. Everyone has to make an appearance. Even the fucking ooze monster from episode 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it's not like I'm the ooze monster you fought before, Deku. Let's fight again. Like, at least it's not something as contrived as that. Like, it's just like, oh, he's just kind of fucking around with another hero. Which Ashido helps, and she's like bitch full maximum acid and melts Makia's claws. And does she kill the ooze monster?
I want to believe she does.
Right, that'd be so cool if she did.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Yeah, right. There's gonna be some bullshit like, oh, she slowed him down or something.
Like, oh yeah, he passed out from the acid or something. Like
she literally injected acid into his body.
Right.
So
like, mixing inside.
And that acid is apparently strong enough to like melt, fucking solid rock that Gigantea had. So
right. I'm like, I feel like
he should be dead.
He should be dead. Right.
And that's part of my issue with some of these powers. I mean, I get it, shonen, suspension of disbelief. A lot of these powers, whenever they're used, should just kill people. Like, Mina's power is just killing people. Like, there's no way to use acid in a way that isn't just you're killing and maiming people.
I feel like she can actually control the acidity of it.
Yeah, but I feel like with acid, it's either it burns you or it doesn't.
I mean, listen, people use acid on their face all the time.
Yeah, but then it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not. If I'm committing a crime and I throw something that's like a pH, I don't know, 1 at me, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Whatever. That will kill you.
No, isn't pH? What's the neutral pH?
7. The one is incredibly acidic. That will kill.
0.
That will kill.
I thought it was 0. Whatever the base 1 above the base is. Like, that's my thing. With acid, it's very deadly or it's not really much of anything. Like, there's no in between.
There is actually literally a pH scale.
Is there a pH level that's gonna somehow harm me enough to stop me from what I'm doing, but also not cause permanent damage to me? Because I feel like the only time acid would be effective is if it's gonna like actually burn you and like break skin.
Maybe probably like a pH. So like putting like a pH of 6, maybe 5, maybe 5, and that's a huge maybe. Like that can like, cause like I said, like the shit I used to use on my face. That
Mhm.
is like I literally feel the acid burning away on my face.
Yeah, but if you were in the middle of committing a crime, would it stop you from committing the crime? Like, would you like if you were robbing a
No,
bank
the
and then
what's
you
like
have
on
to
my
do that?
face, no, obviously not. You need
Yeah,
something a little stronger than that. But
just
that's just probably like maybe like a 6 point something. The shit I put on my face probably like a 6 point something. So yeah, probably like a probably like a somewhere between like a 5 and a 6. That would be like, ow, that noticeably hurts. I will say if it gets in the eyes, like it's a wrap. Like
hmm
you're just blind forever, buddy. But she also uses like I don't know. She also uses her. I don't know if she how I don't know how she glides on it. Like how she glide on her goo.
I don't know either. I think that's just like
That's what I'm saying. Like I think she can
whatever.
make it new. I think she can make it neutral enough to like just use it to not burn her own skin or something.
The same way that you know what's his name Bakugo can fly using his power. A little suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, the point being, I feel like these powers should be more destructive than what they actually are.
Wait. His power of flight is not disbelief. It's he just like floats and then just has like his glove things to propel him in a direction.
Yeah, but he has a little bit too much control over it, and like if you're just blasting random, like,
I mean, he literally just
you,
shooting in one direction straight on, and then he has like, in addition to float, he has like 100 abilities that like
that's
suit. He has like 100 abilities that like that are all about his movement speed. Like so many, like half his abilities are help him maneuver better.
yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because all you can do is make explosions.
Huh? Oh, you talking about Bakugo?
Yeah,
Why? I
Bakugo,
thought you said I
not
thought you said
Deku.
Deku. My bad.
No.
Oh.
Deku is a bunch of bullshit. Bakugo is just explosions.
Yeah, the blast. Yeah, I guess he just used the blast. Yeah, okay, that is suspension of disbelief, but like a slight one.
Yeah.
Um, gosh, talking about, all right, my hero.
Yeah. So this episode was kind of mad for me.
um,
Like it was standard shonen fare.
yeah, Makio was like, "When? Why did you abandon me? When?" And then
Daddy issues.
yeah, he was upset, and I guess he couldn't really control. But yeah, he was also being controlled by Shinso. Like it was like I don't know. I feel like the monster. I guess Shinso messing with his brain was kind of like
Mm,
fucking him up and making him very like you know very aggravated. And then the villain was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm younger, therefore I'm just a edgy teenager. So I don't give a fuck how I use my powers. Die."
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, I kind of can actually believe that a little bit. Um, and Mineta even points it out, and he's like, "You're just an edge lord." And I was like, "Hey, that's
I'm kind of mad that Mineta. When they showed Mineta show up, like he threw the little ball at
that was hilarious."
I thought some shit was gonna happen with like Mineta defeats him. And I was like, that'd be so fucking crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, we
No,
know. Yeah,
he'll
we know that
never
shit
do
ain't
it.
gonna happen.
That would be the best fucking Oh man, that would have been amazing. That would have been. This would have been a 10 out of 10 series.
I don't. Well, I don't. Well, not even. I would want him to like take down all one for all of all people, but maybe just do something to like stop him in a way that's like important, like Ashida.
Yeah, like not something where it's like he literally beats him, like solos him, but like if he's like about to punch Deku, like him and All For One are about to do like the punch or whatever, and then like Mineta throws one of his balls and it stops, it like gets his fist stuck to his arm or something, so then it stops it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be hilarious. Like if you contributed to the fall of All for One, I'd be that 10 out of 10 series.
Agreed, agreed. But yeah, it didn't happen. He just kind of got fucked like everyone else did. Speaking
Mm-hmm.
of which, Rip Makia and Rip Mount Lady. Well, she's not dead, but
Well, she's still
yeah,
alive.
she's still alive. Just clearly kind of out the fight for a minute. Um, Imagine if she died in her big form and just stay there, just a big ass corpse. Like, what do you even do? How would you even bury her?
Giant pit.
You know how big that fucking pit would have to
Make it
be?
like a monument or something. I don't know.
Not a monument. What does a monument have to do with her?
Like bury her and then make it a monument. Like this is a national park now. The burial
Oh my god.
of Wild
And
Lady.
all of them trees are growing from her dead ass body.
Mm-hmm.
Well, luckily that doesn't happen, so yay.
So we don't have to think about it.
Oh yeah, and then Homeboy takes Hawk's powers, what little power he had left. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
your quirk factor is shit. I don't even need these powers. Um, but for some reason, Hawk still finds hope, despite the fact that One for All kind of just beat everybody up.
Yeah, he's like my hope, 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 hope.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I wonder what age is he gonna get to the point where like his little body can't handle all that power. I'm just curious because I'm just like I feel like as he gets younger, that makes him more dangerous because then he kind of just like kind of doesn't have control like that anymore. So then he kind of just turns into like kind of a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, probably. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna work.
Yeah, me neither. Also, yeah, I guess I saw the scene where she uses too where Ashida uses too much of her acid and like you see her skin and
Mm.
yeah, like I don't like at best she was giving Gyaru.
Yeah,
Not once
yeah.
I thought she was black. Not once.
I feel like people are just joking about
Oh,
it
okay.
now because I mean, like, I just assume everything that's really dumb I see on Twitter is just a troll. Because I also saw somebody being like, now that you mentioned about the Devil May Cry anime, it like triggered me because I did see somebody post a screenshot of Dante and being like, "What? Why did they could even make him more dark skinned?" And
What?
and then I was like, "No, this is bait. This is bait. Don't fall for
It
it."
like was there a check sign? Did they have a blue check?
I didn't even bother looking,
Cause
but
I
I just saw some
cause
people being like, "Oh, he's very black coded." I'm like, "He's literally white." But all right, whatever.
right I'm like, what are you talking about? He's literally like the whitest white man to ever
Yes.
white. Um,
Also, Virgil's more black coded than Dante, but whatever.
I don't know. I barely know shit
You
about
know,
Devil May Cry, so
wow, you gotta play some Devil May Cry.
I know. I just like I don't like the puzzles. I don't like the
There's no
camera
puzzles.
angles. I feel like there's puzzles in that game for sure.
Maybe in 1 and 2 when they were like, "Whoa, he was random." Like 3 and the new one is just action.
Okay. But then I feel like I feel weird if I don't play the first two. If I just start at three.
Yeah, yeah. Even though it's a reboot,
Oh wait, it's a reboot.
I think. Oh well, I don't know. There was one of them was a reboot. It's a confusing series.
Yes, it sounds confusing. I'm just like, I just see other people play it. I'm just like, I hate these camera angles. I hate these puzzles. I just like I'm a stupid
I mean,
bitch.
it's not like there's. It's not like there's a story to it. Like there is, but it's like, which is partially why I don't think it's gonna be a great anime because it's gonna be like unless they get UFO Table to animate it or something, because it's just gonna be fucking yeah plot but with cool action.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if it says who is.
Hope it's like Madhouse or UFO Table
It's
or
Studio
fucking.
Mur.
Oh no, never mind. I don't know who they are.
Oh. Uh
They did
oh, they did the Legend of
of
Korra.
Korra. They did Black Dynamite and the Boondocks.
Okay, and you know,
Oh, and Harley
and
Quinn.
X-Men 97.
This is cool, but like this is none of this is anime, so I guess
Well,
it's
it's
not
not
anime
anime.
though.
I think
It's
this is an
yeah, okay,
animated
so it's fine.
series, so
All right, so then it'll have good anime. It'll have good animation.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I take back what I said. Sorry, Studio Merle was not familiar with your
Uh-huh.
game.
Yeah, they said, bitch, put some respect on my name. Oh.
Mhm.
um let's see. Anything else to say about this show? Um no, not really. I think we kind of
Yeah, we hit
got
everything.
everything. So, as I was saying before, last episode of the show,
Mm-hmm.
Plus Size Elf, episode 12. Um, so Naoe kind of does the thing where he stands up to the auntie and is like, "Hey, stop, stop low key abusing your niece
Mm-hmm.
by literally making her work out and eat nothing." So I love like even at the end of the day, like they're still always going to like sneak in something about nutrition.
Yeah, and I think that's a relevant thing because I think a lot of people think that nutrition is like abusing your body and like working out and not eating anything when that's like completely unsustainable.
Exactly. It's not about eating. Not necessarily about eating less. It's just eating the right things,
Mm-hmm.
which Elfida still doesn't learn because she does all that slimming down and then immediately eats a bunch of fries and puts the weight back on because that's what happens when you starve yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then as we predicted, the auntie couldn't leave because she put on weight from all the ice cream. I love how she's like, wonder why I can't fit in as she's eating the ice cream. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, and then like the rest of the episode is kind of just like the usual shit that happens with everybody. It's like, Hitome and Oga fight again. The dragon
Mm-hmm.
appears. Oh, the dragon appears. Ganda.
Oh yeah, she got her
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds of screen
And
time.
then
I'll take
Dark
it.
Owl starts talking smack to her, even though she's a dragon. And then the dragon fire and blows their clothes off. Doesn't really damage them, just makes them
Just blows their
naked.
clothes off.
Um,
I was gonna say, and you just saying the other day, like, there's not that much fan service in this show. I'm like, this episode had a lot of fan
yeah,
service.
they were just like girls are just punching each other clothes off. Like I was okay, and then they're like, then the rest of them got, like I said, their clothes are blown apart by the dragon. And they all come home. They're just like, oh, why are we all naked?
Yeah, this episode was literally like we have to show everyone naked at least once.
Yeah,
So
which they didn't. They showed some,
they showed most of them.
like half the cast.
Yeah. I do think so. It's weird. Well, not weird, but like I guess a little unusual that there is a lot of full frontal nudity in this show. Like it's censored, but it makes me think like, is the DVD gonna be like the Blu-ray uncensored?
What do you mean?
Can they
Define censored.
like they have little elf face over their vaginas?
Um, I don't think I saw that in mine.
You didn't see that?
No.
Maybe did you not get like the is there are you watching like the ultra censored version?
No, there's no censor. Like I don't see any censor. They just showed the titties. I mean, they don't show any. Like I don't know. Could you point out?
I'll find a thing and I'll take a screenshot for you.
Yeah, because I remember that one scene where the small like hobgoblin where she falls, and yeah, you kind of like just see her pussy, like kind of. I mean, it wasn't like oh my god, it's so hot because she just like tried to like punch into something, and then she got caught in the attack, and then she just falls on the floor, just like naked, and you kind of see it all.
Hold on, I got the screen grab for you. This is the aunt. Doing real low quality screen grab. Where's Discord?
Thank you for the timestamp. So now I can compare it immediately. Let's see. Maybe I didn't notice it. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Okay. Yeah.
Because there was a few shots, not just in this episode. I noticed it like in other episodes too, where it's like they do show the crotch, but like it's has the little elf face on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't catch it.
It would be interesting to see if that's in the Blu-ray. I'll keep an eye out for the Blu-rays.
So yeah, that's kind of what happens. Like, Elva comes back, she's like, "Why are you all naked?" And then everyone's like, "Girl, you put the weight back on already so quickly." And then Naoe was like, well, let's just burn it again for the 50th time." And she's like, "Cool."
Back to the drawing board.
And yeah, basically back where they started.
Yep.
I guess. No, it's your turn.
Is it?
Yeah, 2 shows. We ended 2 shows. You went first, then I went first.
I gave the rating. I gave the rating for Noko-tan.
No, I did it first.
No, you did the rating for Alia. Did you?
No, you did. We were at the beginning of the show. At the beginning of the show, I said you go first because I always go
right,
first.
yeah, okay, yeah. All right, fair enough. This is also a tough one to rate. I'm gonna give this one an 8. I think it was surprisingly fun. It's hard to rate because it's just a short, and it's just like a fun little thing. Like you can literally binge this in like fucking 2 hours if you wanted to, probably less.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun little mini series where it's just every episode was cute. I really like the characters. I like their designs. I actually like the main character a lot. He's pretty dope. Good amount of fan service, but also really the characters were unique and fun and interesting and good characters on their own. And it displayed a different type of body type that we're not used to seeing in anime, which was nice. And it just a lot of good lessons about health that are actually usable, like viable and real. So yeah. I thought it was a little cute show. It's cute. It was nice, enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this an 8.5. Basically for all the reasons that you said. I really like the characters, I really like the cast. Like I'm gonna give it a buck. Honestly, I look forward to seeing this more than Noko-tan. More often than not. Like as the season went on.
I did too, kind of.
As the season went on, like I look forward to seeing this because this for more or less is like kind of just more consistent, more solid.
I'd agree with that.
So yeah, like I just each episode I'm just like, yeah, I like this. I like this more. Ooh, new characters. Yeah, it was just I don't know, I feel like it did what it had to do in the 12 minutes it had.
Yeah, it utilized its time very well.
Yeah, to the point where I'm just like the part of me I'm like, damn, I low key wish it was like a full anime episode, but I feel like it could potentially suffer from Nokotan. Maybe that's Nokotan's problem. Maybe if Nokotan was a short like this.
I was just gonna say if Nokotan was a show, it would have been much better. But also, I do feel like this show, because it has such a big cast, I feel like
Yeah.
this could be a
Yeah, they
full
could be
like
for
20
because
minute
that's so
show.
yeah, and they could do so many
You would
things.
just have to stretch, yeah. You just have to stretch each scenario a little bit longer, or like come up with,
Yeah,
and
new
it'll give a
stuff.
lot more time for each individual character to have like their own episode and stuff.
Exactly, because like we didn't we didn't get to see too much of the mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we definitely could use more of the dragon. Uh, well, we got plenty of the ogre. I just like her.
Yeah, but I'd still watch like random episodes of
I
her.
could, yeah, I could just watch more episodes of her. She's so like, I love her. I personally love her.
I love the skeleton girl too, even though she's never really a skeleton, which kind of defeats the point of the joke. But whatever, she's cute.
Yeah.
I like her voice.
There's that one scene of the plant girl when she became a Gadu plant girl and just just got everyone into a BDSM situation. Like,
Yeah, see, like there's stuff like that that gives it potential to have its own episodes that are like longer in length. But
mm-hmm.
I appreciate it as a short just as much
Yeah.
because this also made it a much easier watch.
Yeah.
Like I never felt like, oh, now I gotta watch this show for 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Sometimes I felt that way about Noko-tan. Sometimes.
Mm.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, we are done with our weekly reviews, which means we're done with this show. So Oni, please take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode of the Waifu Wars podcast, make sure you like button and subscribe to catch every episode as it goes up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a channel member or patron, and then you'll be able to join us for our weekly live watches. We'll be selecting 2 new shows to live watch with our patrons and channel members in the fall season coming up next week. And if you're a channel member or patron, you can also vote for a show for us to cover in the podcast as well. Starting next week, we'll have a guide up for you guys to the next anime season and do our selections. But with all that said, Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yesterday was the 21st day of September, like the song said. So
The song that we didn't hear.
the song that we did not hear during.
I don't know what song you're talking about because nobody played it, so it doesn't exist. And on that note, this has been Soberoni, and we'll catch y'all later. Later.
Bye.